He's no mug, he knows what he's there to do, and he obviously relishes the big occasion. Ackford getting up at the front of that line-out.
So that line-out call, what did you think of that?
There's a couple of things there that's early on. The law changed as well. You couldn't kick to the line. You couldn't kick the touchdown for the penalty and get the throw in, couldn't you?
No, that's why they tapped and bombed, I'm guessing.
If that was today, now there'd be a kick down to that corner, there'd be another line out, then there'd be a maul, and there would be a chance to sort of push over for a try, wasn't there? So you see how that one law has sort of changed the way the game is played from the onset, really. The first line out would have been, the referee wouldn't have allowed that to start. There'd have been a free kick for a gap or insisting on a gap. So the line-outs were very different back then, one thing, and we see a bit of shoeing going on there as well. Player on the wrong side, the referee, quite rightly so, penalises the guy off his feet rather than, was it with Skinner? Was it? It was going in with a boot a few.
Yeah, probably.
You wouldn't see that today. A lot of referees probably would have penalised Skinner probably for that.
And that is a crucial area, winning those penalties. Rob Andrews putting one up in the air, keeping the play going.
And then there on the bomb, that looked like it should have been a penalty to offside to me.
Yeah.
Knock on man in front.
Yeah, would have been a penalty there because it seemed to come off the French. And I don't think it's touched an English player.
No.
Good solid heel, that's what they're looking for. Rob Andrew putting it high again.
But there'd be a penalty there now already because all the England forwards were chasing that, where they were offside.
I mean, also, you might miss, with so much going on, Jason Leonard stamps on Blanco's chest, quite obviously.
So you'd have been in the bin today for that. Leonard's actions are actually textbook rucking, which is still allowed in the game, which is still part of the game. But the key for me today, if I was refereeing that, because Leonard didn't need to do that, he could have avoided that. So then, to me, that's why you'd be looking at a penalty there. And if you're looking at this now, for me, this is a safer ruck than it is today because, yes, there's a boot on Blanco's chest in a rucking motion, but key thing I think is the issue in the game today is players are not on their feet in the contact area, and here you see them coming in on their feet. Nobody's coming in with a shoulder or leading with a head to somebody's head or neck,
Yeah, I mean, not one jackal yet, have we? Literally
No.
Not one.
No. And you won't have because everybody's coming in at the same time.
Two lads, I'll tell you, they've played against each other before. They both know each other's game.
England players guilty of any unduly rough play, but they're going to take advantage. Now, he's missed touch and Heslop hoists it back into the 22. Blanco marks it. Heslop hits him and is immediately floored.
You'll be now, or you will be in the World Cup, 10 minutes in the bunker now, sorting all this out.
Yeah.
Not condoning it, the punch whatsoever, but there's no running to the officials wanting somebody sent off. There's no running to the officials telling them to go and check things on the TMO. None of the English players are pointing fingers or complaining. It's the referees dealt with it. Unless he actually punched him the second time on the way down, I didn't think that first punch actually did really catch him. But
he punches him again on the way down with a big uppercut, and that's what does the damage.
Blanco would have been a red card today.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean,
arguably
it should have been a red card then, frankly.
Yeah, well, yeah, it could well have been a red card then, yeah.
And the French captain guilty of retaliation there too. Hill out to Andrew, Carling, Teague around him, but a penalty, a short arm tackle.
I didn't see anything wrong with that. I thought that was a good hit.
Yeah, and on the replays here, it looks very harsh, which is surprising for back then when they were much more lenient with everything, that he's been done for a no-arms tackle.
He's got his arms wrapping, perfectly legal tackle.
Not high, yeah, I agree.
When you talk today about lowering the tackle height and this, people are saying, you never tackle, people tackled below the waist years ago. Well, you didn't. You go back from 91, you go back to the 70s. You saw tackles like this in the game back then as well. But they weren't aiming with their heads. For me, let's play on back then and play on today as well.
The two tight heads are angling across so much that they're actually touching heads.
You look at the number 1 from France. Look where his shoulder is. Like his shoulder is tucked in right underneath. So there's only one way he's going to go in, on an angle of going in.
Yeah.
And as you said, yeah, the tight heads are trying to go in on the hooker. That was today. Now the players will be standing up and complaining. The main thing here is yeah, there are illegalities on angling and everything, but they stay up. They get on with it. Yeah, England do run it around and should be a penalty, but nobody's collapsed, have they, you know?
And again, scuffling. Maynell again, inside to Blanco. He's past 2 men.
Got another haymaker by Sella on Rob Andrew. It looks like it's, haymaker to the face. What you'd have there today is obviously a TMO, and would look at that, and then obviously if he's made contact with the face, you're probably looking at a red card, and you'd probably be looking at Rob Andrew probably for a yellow card then for holding him back and instigating it as well,
Really went down hard.
In fact, John, it was Philippe Salah.
Galtier feeds the scrum again. And a great tackle by Skinner on Sessio.
That should be a penalty, shouldn't it? Should be a penalty. Back up to penalty now, I think, is it?
He's not bound.
Really offside. I'm not sure what input the assistant referees did have then, but that's when your assistant referee, well, you should be seeing that yourself anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he should have been seeing that because it's the blind side tackling the number 8.
What should have been a penalty to France, it's now a scrum to England.
John Webb with the conversion. And it's over to 19-10, and England have done it. Their biggest hurdle so far overcome.
The performance of the referee today is scrutinised so technically that this performance today would be torn to pieces because there's so much technicality in there which are wrong or he should be getting right. Although there's a lot of good things he's done in letting things go which don't need to be penalised, which I'd like to see a bit of more today. You need a little bit of this refereeing style performance, as in not being too technical, particularly around scrum time and stuff. Then you'd expect a couple of the other things as well to be technical because they're a given. They're ones that are clear you should be getting, because if you look at that tackle by Teague was off the back of the scrum, that is a crucial error there. If that happened today, then it's a crucial error because what should have been an advantage or a penalty to France lands up being a scrum and then a penalty to England, and all of a sudden what could well have led to a French try is now England down in the French half, So there's a lot of things here which philosophically today you couldn't get wrong,
They should have gone left, not right.
Penalty to England, and a chance now to really relieve the pressure. They were judged to be guilty for dropping the front row, and again the front rows are at each other's throats.
Boy, there is no love lost here.